A forgotten stock trading under $1 is suddenly attracting attention for one reason: artificial intelligence. Not the kind of AI hype flooding social media every day. Real AI technology tied directly to one of the largest industries on Earth: advertising. And what makes this story dangerous for short sellers right now is that the market may be massively underestimating how big this opportunity could become. Because while most investors are busy chasing giant AI companies already worth hundreds of billions, a tiny company almost nobody talks about has quietly been building AI systems designed to transform how digital advertising works. At the time of recording, the stock is trading under $1. That means even small price moves can create huge percentage gains. But then something unusual started happening. Trading volume began surging, online discussion increased sharply, and speculative investors started paying attention after the company released updates connected to artificial intelligence expansion. Now here is where things get interesting. Most people think AI is only about chatbots or image generators, but some analysts believe one of the biggest AI opportunities in the world is actually digital advertising, because companies spend hundreds of billions every year trying to solve one problem. How do you predict what customers actually want before they buy? That is exactly the market this company is targeting. And if their technology continues improving, the upside potential could become enormous. But before I reveal the company name, you need to understand why this setup is catching trader attention right now. Because this is not a startup that appeared overnight. The company has spent years building data systems and AI-driven advertising technology, while most retail investors completely ignored the stock. Then suddenly, AI became the hottest sector in the market, and investors started looking everywhere for small companies connected to the trend. That is when this stock began showing signs of life. Now obviously, penny stocks are risky, extremely risky. Most fail, but every major market cycle creates surprise winners nobody expected. And many of those winners start exactly like this: low price, low attention. Then one industry shift changes everything. Now let's talk about the business itself. This company focuses on artificial intelligence systems designed to improve digital advertising performance. In simple terms, their technology attempts to predict consumer behavior more efficiently using data-driven AI models. Why does that matter? Because businesses are desperate for better advertising returns. If a company can improve targeting efficiency even slightly, that can translate into massive revenue opportunities. And according to industry forecasts, AI-powered advertising could become one of the fastest-growing segments of the digital economy over the next several years. That is the bigger picture most investors are starting to notice. Now here is where the story becomes even more interesting. The company has continued expanding its AI platform while operating at a valuation that remains tiny compared to larger AI competitors. That difference matters, because in the stock market, small-cap AI companies can move violently once momentum arrives, especially when volume suddenly increases. And that is exactly what traders have been watching recently. The stock has experienced periods of unusually high activity compared to historical averages. That kind of movement tells us something important. Speculators are beginning to position themselves. But there is another reason investors are paying attention. This company operates in a sector where acquisitions happen constantly. Larger firms are always searching for better advertising technology, stronger AI tools, and more advanced consumer prediction systems. That means even smaller companies can suddenly become valuable if their technology gains traction. Now, does that guarantee success? Absolutely not. Competition in AI is brutal. Execution matters. Revenue growth matters. And small companies can struggle against larger competitors with massive resources. That risk is very real. But speculative investors are not focused only on today. They are focused on what could happen if the company executes successfully, while AI adoption keeps accelerating worldwide. And that possibility is why this stock is suddenly appearing on more watch lists. Now let's talk momentum. Because momentum changes everything in penny stocks. Once retail traders pile in, once social media attention increases, and once volume explodes, price action can become extremely aggressive very quickly. And historically, AI-related stocks have shown the ability to move hundreds of % in short periods once hype and momentum combine together. Now finally, what is the company we've been talking about this entire time? The stock is Inuvo Inc, a small-cap artificial intelligence and advertising technology company focused on AI-driven consumer targeting systems. At current levels, the company remains deeply speculative, but the reason traders are watching closely is simple. AI remains one of the hottest sectors in the market, and low-priced AI stocks with rising momentum can become explosive if investor attention accelerates. Will this company dominate the future of AI advertising? Nobody knows. But if AI-driven advertising continues expanding globally, and if this company successfully scales its technology, the upside potential from current levels could become significant. That possibility alone is why traders continue watching this stock so closely, because sometimes the biggest opportunities are hidden inside companies most investors ignored before the trend arrived. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think AI penny stocks still have massive upside ahead? Or has the AI boom already gone too far? Comment below and let me know. And if you enjoy discovering hidden stocks before the crowd fully catches on, subscribe right now because the next stock we cover could already be setting up for another major breakout. This video is for educational purposes only and not financial advice.